What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, something for the people, where the evolved hustler comes to learn more about hoodoo, astrology, tarot, culture, and everything in between. So, a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday, which was mostly the idea that you should be able to move forward and not be as concerned with things plaguing you from your past. Right now is the most potent time to step into your new beginning. A gentleman mentioned how this next year, Pluto and Aquarius won't be at 0 degrees. And that was like something very significant for exciting change and then starting new beginnings. So this would be the first time. And if you look at the planetary alignments right now, which we'll get into the full scope of that later, Pluto is indeed at 0 degrees as well as the sun. So the idea that you can start fresh and really step into a new timeline, like that quantum leap type of feel, now is going to be the best possible time to do that. And not only that, I said I wasn't going to get into the planetaries yet, y'all, but I can't help myself. I ain't going to go into it. I ain't going to go into it. But we will break it down in just a second, because I would be, am I going to want to go through the whole thing? I don't know. Okay, y'all. Basically, when something, with it being at 0 degrees, that means like it's basically at its most potent, it's at its most purest form. It gives you the opportunity of being able to really just say, okay, here I am. This is what I want to do. I'm ready to walk into a brand new timeline. So all of those brave enough to answer the call, this is the time to do it. However, what brings this into a bigger scope of spirit really just calling you is today the first quarter moon is in Taurus. So we already discussed how Taurus was all about long-term plans, setting down roots, really doing the necessary footwork to create something that would last the test of time. Well, first quarter moons are essentially all about external attraction. So you spent these last few days really just pulling in what was inside of you, like doing the meditation work, doing the inner work to pull those energies in. And now today you're going to focus on outwardly, like pulling those things into the 3D. Now, first quarter moons are also good for beginnings and drawing things in, also calling back lost things. So just like you call your energy back, you can call back things that you feel like was lost in the wash, whether it be finances, business opportunities, or anything creative that you want to see come back. You want to see your general creativity come back. You want to see like things that just basically things you lost. So whatever you feel like you need to pull back in today energetically, and you want to see that shit manifest into the 3D, today gonna be the perfect day to do it. And tomorrow, of course, it's Saturday, so that's all about reassessing and et cetera, and just letting down and getting the wisdom from your ancestors. But to stay focused on what we're doing as of today, y'all, today is the day. Are you serious about what you want to see happen? Are you serious about pulling what you've worked on in the 5D and the 4D realms? Are you serious about now getting ready to walk in that shit for the 3D version, making things that you've based in your brain? Because everything that is created in front of you right now started off in a single thought, in a single way, where somebody was like, should I, shouldn't I, maybe can I, let me see if I can make this happen. And then they made it happen. So don't think that the things that you want to see come to fruition are not attainable. All it takes is faith, a plan, and really the necessary work. As you know, faith without works is dead. So when you decide, hey, I'm gonna do something, you got to be ready to make a plan, and you got to be ready to walk in that shit. Like, you got to be ready to say, all right, I'm gonna be this new person, I'm gonna be who I am. This is all very important in regards to the identity shifting that we're working on now for this next 40 days, as you begin to sacrifice and let go of certain things to get what you want. And the sacrifice is even in just putting in the work. So, and that doesn't have to be like heavy lifting. Now, of course, if you got a big project ahead of you, I'm not going to bullshit you and say, oh yeah, it's not going to take a lot of work, it's not going to take a lot of your time, because I would be lying to you. You are going to have to put in the work, or gather up the troops and really just start to delegate and utilize your outside resources to pull in, your dream and your manifestation. Now, this is more of a personal creative mission for you. Then of course it won't take as much outer assistance, but there will be times where you're going to need to delegate. But before you pull in that energy, make sure that you are already in the idea and the getting the well-oiled machine, like in strategy. Like, you already know, okay, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? You've already kind of got it set. You've got, like, what's it gonna take? How much is it gonna cost? Where am I gonna be doing it? What type of marketing am I gonna be doing? Then you start out the process of saying, okay, so I'm gonna need that to delegate. I'm gonna need to delegate that. I can do that by myself, etc., etc. So yeah, take that energy today from Taurus and really just pull in. But we're going to get definitely more into the remainder of the planetary aspects of today. As you know, I feel like, because I work in the hoodoo aspect of spirituality, a lot of my work is done at night or at sunrise, and a lot of the research and the learning and the prep is done during the day. So right now you still got time to gather your things and really do what you're trying to do. But just from a standpoint of, like I said, hoodoo and working within that realm, take this time to really soak this in, and then move forward with doing your work tonight. And also, if you want to, whatever you're having to do, you may want to work in the sunrise aspect of it as well. So just a little consideration if you're going to add a sprinkle of spirituality into what you're doing. Today, we need to basically focus on, we've got about a month. Spring equinox is on the 19th of March. That's the proverbial new year that I work off of when I get ready to launch new projects, new services, and really just step into what I'm doing. I'm ready to be my next self. Now, the next 40 days, you got a little bit of a grace period, because in terms of that 41-day identity shift, that date is on the 26th of March. So you would kind of start to come out a little bit on the 19th, and then by the 26th, you should be full on ready to execute and move into the second quarter. So right now we're still going to be working in the redemption quarter until the 19th, and once the 19th comes, we'll be going into rebirth, and that is going to be a whole nother process of really just putting our affairs and our creative endeavors into action, because we're going to see them grow. So we've done the footwork, we've done the inner work, we've done the shedding, we've done like all the things that one would do if they wanted to see something new come to life, right? you've let old habits die hard. And, again, this is a perfect time to do that because the universal cultural energy is rested in sacrifice and fasting, and really just having a level of self-control to make ends to a goal, whatever that goal may be. So tap into that energy, pull from that energy, to make it do what you want it to do. You got to learn how to transmute. Transmutation is going to be very important moving into this next phase. When you transmute energy, in our industry, you can choose to do a return to sender. However, the most powerful thing you can actually do when you become an alchemist in this is to transmute that energy. So instead of sending it back, you will garner and harness that energy to produce results that you want to see come forth. So what you're going to do is you're going to transmute that energy from Lent, and you are going to allow that energy to fuel your process. And if you are actively involved in Lent and religious endeavors, then all the better, because you know what time it is. But even if you're not, I just said all that to say, don't let that hold you back from transmuting that energy, from really tapping into that source. I was listening to someone speak about how, a lot of us have kind of swayed away from traditional holidays, but those traditional holidays are surrounded with moods and certain rituals from ancient times. And why not, when you do your research, utilize that collective energy to handle whatever business or personal that you're trying to handle, instead of shunning it in its entirety. And I thought that was an interesting take on that, because being conflicted, especially when you have people around you that still celebrate, it's like, okay, how can I tap in but not fall into the trope of standard commercialized shit that just doesn't resonate with me anymore. And yeah, that creator was like, transmute. That's how you gonna pull that energy in. Research, figure out where you taking the stand on that particular celebration, and then transmute that shit. That's it. So yeah, we'll discuss transmutation in its own level, because that in itself to me is like a whole podcast of affirmations and scripting and meditation, and really just another level of faith, another level of doing the inner work. It's another level of taking the Lulu and just turning that shit around, okay? But yeah, so we'll get into that eventually. We'll get into transmutation eventually. That's its own thing. As a matter of fact, let me write that down, because like I told y'all yesterday, I have a whole list of things that we'll be moving forward with and discussing further, that I know for a fact you guys are going to want to know about. I also discussed yesterday the idea that I was going to begin to do the episodes in regards to redemption. We were going to start pushing those back to Thursdays, which is great for business expansion, creativity, so on and so forth. So we're going to start doing that. I kind of briefly do want to discuss what we will be doing next week later in a second. But first, let me tap into what is next for us and what we will be pulling energy-wise for this week. We are going to be focused on what I like to call sowing. So as you know, the phrase goes, you reap what you sow. So if we are working with the Farmer's Almanac and the seasons about building a new life, building a new creative endeavor, building a new business, whatever it is you're trying to do, right now we're in the sowing season. So when you get ready to reap in the fall, you can look back on these moments and you can say, okay, I sowed these seeds. I did the work. I put myself out there. I've, done everything and put the tools in place for me to reap what I've sown, for me to harvest, for me to rest. Typically, you want to allow yourself, especially during those slower months, to automate processes. You want to allow yourself to be carried somewhat by your business in a way where you'll get to rest and get to meditate and recover and recoup. You feel me? There will be times during this process where you are going to need to be able to vacation, go to the spa, go to the massage therapist. You know, you don't always want to be on go, but during that process, if you're a hustler, what you're going to do is you're going to have already stepped into automating your business. You're going to have stepped into processes that allow you to continue to reap the rewards of your work while you vacation, while you rest, while you take that time off. But now is the time that you make those things happen. You put those processes together. So even in the reading the other day, Spirit was saying, now is not the time to rest and play and celebrate. Now is not the time. Now is the time to sacrifice, do the work, and set everything up so later on you can ball out. Later on you can practice. It's so funny now because Star 67 is on by Drake, and in the intro that comes on, you know, Wayne is doing this thing where he's talking about, you know, you niggas be needing this and that to like advance. You need all this to get in the studio and come through with a beat. You know, what is you doing? All you need is simple pen, paper, mic, energy. Like really get into it, get in the field. And I feel like that's what Spirit and the ancestors was saying. You know, do the work now so you can reap the rewards later. So this next week, we're going to be focusing on sowing. We're going to be getting that process started, because over the next 3 weeks we are working on building your brand awareness and a few other important business components that you're going to need to develop creatively, whether that be content creating, whether that be build a legitimate brick and mortar business, whatever your flavor is. Now is the time. Maybe you're the brand, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're the brand, so don't feel like I'm saying, oh, you got to be doing like a completely separate like business to participate in this, because a lot of us have become influencers and content creators in our own right. But guess what? I've learned while me doing content creation and really being like solid in what I decided to do, this is not easy work. You feel me? Content creation is just as much about building a brand and setting the tone just as anything else. You gotta edit, you gotta record, you gotta make sure lighting is good. Now, unless you're doing a daily vlog or something like that, then okay, you know, keep it real, whatever. But when you get ready to put in that real work for your extra stuff, your blogs, your photos, your products, you know, your art, if you putting your art up, like a lot of artists are not going through traditional galleries anymore. A lot of people are marketing things on their own. All that shit is work, okay? You don't get to skip the hustle. It knows how much you put into it. You feel me? So if you're looking to monetize and really get paid for being yourself, it's still a level of like actual hustle. It's still a level of work. You hear a lot of creators speak, not a creators, well, I'm going to say people online, because I don't say creators. Like they'll say, you know, we want to escape the idea of hustle culture. I don't think that's a thing. I think the thing is like I said, automation, like delegation, stuff like that. Like that's how you keep the ball rolling while you vacation, while you spend time with your children, while you know, live your life. And you do that by making websites that automatically respond to you. You do that for you. I mean, you do that by, again, delegating your tasks. Maybe at one point you don't pack the orders anymore. Maybe at one point you're going to batch your content so you don't have to spend every single day recording and posting, because I ain't even going to hold you. Posting for real takes like 30 minutes to an hour. And that's just me saying like nothing, no videos, just me going from like 4 to 5 different platforms, like saying Kush Rising, responding, making sure you stay engaged. Then you got to sit there and you got to actually, again, engage. You got to like people's shit. You got to talk. You got to, be active on there to suit the algorithm. So again, it's a formula. It totally is a formula. But there is a way where you could continue with the hustle without letting the hustle you. If it makes sense, right? You don't have to deal the way that they say, but like I said, it's work now. So while you get ready to make this a thing, you know, you got to put the work in to do it. Like maybe batching on a particular day. I prefer Saturdays and Sundays. My off days are usually Sundays and Mondays to prep and to do personal things. So I like to use my Saturdays to go ahead and decide what I'm going to work on for the next week. So planners are important. Automation is important. Delegation is important. But again, these are all things that we will be going through this process. Because, baby, I'm going to tell you something. A YouTube take about an hour to upload. I'm going to sit up here and talk to y'all for 45 minutes to an hour. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to video. Then I'm going to run it through 2 different editors to make it to YouTube. Okay? And that's not me. Like, imagine the people that really like for instance, I like Ming Lee, the of Snob Mob Hair. She really does animation and like wardrobe. Like she gets into it. So I ain't trying to make it sound like I ain't doing that, but I'm still home office flow. Imagine putting on entire productions to get your brand message across. Marketing. Think about it. Like, respect the content creator bag, but there are ways that you can make it easier on yourself, though. I said all that to say that. So we're going to focus on the sowing portion of the hustle and how we can now we're finna work on putting those seeds in the ground and how to go about that process. And that's even period in life, you're going to reap what you're going to sow. So now it is time for the tribe to really get into the mindset of getting strong in your conviction, strong in your faith, strong in your brand, whatever it is. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm birthing for the next 9 months. I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to take care of it. And you're going to have to, like today, for instance, today is Friday, it's ruled by Venus. Everything with Venus is charisma, personality, drawing in, self-love, self-worth. So today you want to get in the mirror and you really want to do that mirror magic. Again, mirror magic is you saying my mirror is pure, it is blessed, and you say your affirmations in the mirror and you look at yourself and you tell yourself, I am this person, I do this. This is my process. These are my plans. Like that type of energy. It's as simple as that. You can script today. Today needs to be like a self-care day because you're getting ready to get in the jungle. So by the time you've done all of the footwork for the remainder of the 7 days, Friday comes and it's like, okay, let me get ready to build myself back up. Let me get ready to love on myself. Let me get ready to pump myself back up. Now, quite honestly, you should be doing mirror magic every day, which is affirmations in the mirror. But it's at its peak on Fridays. The energy just calls for it. So, hey, why not? And with the moon first quartering in Taurus, Taurus is a Venus ruled sign, so it's like double whammy. So today is just one of those days, do what you gotta do, love on yourself, get ready to get ready. What they say, get ready for real. But you're gonna get ready by taking care of you first, obviously, right? But that's where it is with the reaping what you've sown. And you just want to make sure you're sowing good seeds. You want to make sure that you you're able to live the life that you desire through the work that you've done, because you can't beat the work. You know, you can look around and say, okay, well, this didn't happen for me, or these are my circumstances. If you chop away at something long enough, eventually you're going to be able to build a table. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just putting it mildly, but it's the truth. Like you processes. It's all about processes. It's all about faith. Keeping a high frequency so those things can come to you. It's a mind. It's just as much as a physical as it's a mental. Like, all parts have to work cohesively. So just go ahead and, razzle dazzle yourself. Today, show love to your community and your tribe. Show love to people who show love to you. Show generosity and gratitude. Because Venus is also all about community, building relationships. Also, it's important to have a relationship with yourself as well. So tap into that energy. Now, it looks like I was telling y'all earlier, Pluto, which is the shift of culture and generation and creativity, is also 0 degrees. Where else is it at 0 degrees? Hold on, y'all. Whoop. Hold on, it's the transit. So the transit, I feel like that's what he was saying. But it's at 0 degrees with the sun and the moon, which are squaring up, though. So we're still kind of at possibly minor conflict in terms of the sun really deciding in Aquarius, deciding if this is something that can be beneficial long term. Is this really going to make a significant difference? Is this really going to be worth its weight in gold? But then you have Venus sextiling Neptune, which is telling you pretty much it is. We at 1%, not 1%, 1 degree with that. So it's like, yeah, it's going to be worth it. You do the work, you shift your inner self and your subconscious. It's going to manifest into something that you can pull from a deeper space with your the aspects of Neptune, and the idea that you can really just benefit from this creatively. So even if that's like a super small thing, you know what I'm saying, is relative to be big in terms of energy, just simply because of what is to come from it. Because, using your intuition, your imagination. So do what you got to do in terms of meditation. I don't know if you guys have checked out. I like Janae Aiko's work. I like Londrell. I like Londrell. I like this Egyptian woman that I utilize her subliminals on YouTube. And today I did download Lil Jon from the East Side Boys meditation album, and it's pretty good. So utilize that. Sit there for a moment with yourself and really just take the time to see that shit in your head. Like, enjoy it. How you're going to feel. What you're going to do. How are you dressed? What's your hair like? What do you smell like? What are you eating that day? Tap into that Venus energy, because it's there for you to use. Now, Venus is conjuncting Pluto at 0 degrees. Pluto, Venus, and Cap. So I feel like those energies are going to play off of each other. Yeah, okay, so I get what he was saying. So whatever you are trying to work on in terms of your finances, because Venus is also about finances and building things. Yeah, today is going to be the day. There's those 0 degrees make a difference. I'm really just tapping into my degree situation. We'll definitely get more into degrees soon. I'm still reading. Astrology is very massive and very complex. So degrees mean absolution. portals, if you will. That's how I take it, you know. Tap in if you see that differently. But I feel like from what I've been studying, when you see something at 0 degrees in a aspect, that's almost like a doorway for you to walk into for that energy. So right now, the sun is squaring the moon. That's at 0 degrees. It is 0 degrees for Mercury. It's squaring Uranus. It's 0 degrees for Venus conjuncting Pluto. It's 0 degrees for Jupiter sextile Saturn. And for the nodes, it's sextile in Mercury as well. Then you got the ones that are at 1%. I keep saying percent, 1 degree. So to me, those look like open doors. Those look like portals. Those look like ways through absolution. That's how I see those. Let's see. Let me see what's going on with Mars. Mars is conjunct Pluto. It's like the energies are really good, though. We've reached a day where there aren't that many square aspects either. We got like 3 square aspects. We still got about 4 planets in Aquarius still. And conjunctions, like I said, it could be give or take. You know, take it or leave it. Either they working together or they not, depending on others' placements. So it's all going to be on the work you're willing to do in terms of those aspects, I feel. Because you got a lot of other energy to bounce off of right now. There are a lot of trends. There are a lot of sextile energies. But yeah, we've got quite a few conjunctions though. Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got like 6 conjunctions. Conjunct. So, usually when I hear people talk about conjunctions, it's always in like a not like they'll come across like a very I don't want to say a bad change, but like a significant change. They like, oh, this is conjunct this. This is definitely happening. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's all in about how you use the other energies surrounding it. But just for context, though, we do got quite a few planets conjuncting. So, it's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Venus conjuncting Mars. I feel like we also have to consider the planets and the signs that those planets are in to determine how those are going to work together for the greater good of the hustle, if you know what I mean. But if you're considering to work with Venus today and really get your meditation on, so you can, because it's like if Neptune is all about imagination and creativity, obviously, you need to be doing some visual meditations. That's how I would process that. You know, set your intention, sit back for a minute. You know, if you're not really good with meditating in silence, you may want to do that with music, you know. Because I was getting into the process of when we do our rituals at our altar, including that music really amps it up because you're subconsciously shifting your body out of the mode of doing something that you would otherwise consider mundane, if you will. You know, so wrap it in how you feel. It's all about intuition, but overall, now is going to be the time for you to take what you're seeing in your imagination, in your brain, and getting ready to push that shit out 3333 in a way that is very real, where you can touch it and you can see it. Even in the idea that you've already thought about it in your mind, on some plane of existence, it exists. You know, the energy is out there now. So if you've in your head said something like, I'm a millionaire, I can feel it. Somewhere on the timeline, you're actually a millionaire. Now, how many lifetimes it's going to take you to get to it? How many reincarnations? How many lessons you're going to have to learn? Well, you read what you sow. So, if you can see yourself as a millionaire somewhere in a plane, you are a millionaire. The question is, how many lifetimes is it going to take you to get to that point? That's a damn good thought. Like, I'm already there. I got the millions, but how do I make it show up in my reality? How many lifetimes is it going to take for me to get this right? How many generational curses am I going to have to break to get this right? How many personal Saturn returns and dark nights of the soul am I going to have to go through to get to that millionaire status? I'm a millionaire somewhere. Where's the idea that propels that? Where's the energy? So, yeah. But we're going to tap into that tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to do shadow work, working with elevated ancestors and breaking out with the generational curses, because that is a very, good thought. Like the idea that you see and you can feel, because you'll be surprised how many people you think everybody thinks like that, but they don't. They truly don't. Like, a lot of people don't feel like they'll ever reach that. They don't have that energy in them. But then you got those of us who are like, shit, I know I'm meant to do something great. I could feel it. I could smell it. Like, those are the ones that I guess are meant to excel. It's just how many of your muscle tools are you going to use, and, how much work are you going to do to get to that portion of the game where you finally do get to reap the benefits. And what's interesting about all that is it's been said that, like, on a deeper level, we are pulling from skills and gifts that we accessed in previous lifetimes. So if you feel like, damn, this just come easy to me, it's because you utilized that gift in a previous lifetime. And now you're in another reincarnated state, and you're like tapping into that gift so you can get to your goal, which is millions, which is a great business, which is a good life, ease, comfort, whatever. Like, you tapping into that. You know something from your past life. Maybe that person didn't quite finish it out. Maybe they weren't able to beat generational curses. Maybe they weren't able to clear out karmic debt, and they didn't get a chance to see those things come into a reality. But they're giving you your soul, your spirit on another plane. It's like, hey, you already got these skills. Let me push this gift through to you so you can make this, make this come true, so you can do this the way you're supposed to. You can complete the mission, because we all have a mission, straight up. Like, nobody's here just raw dogging it. I don't know. Nah, I ain't gonna say that, because they say some people, they here just to be fillers. Some people are here just to be Agent Smiths, But if you've got a inkling, you've got an idea, you've got a dream, you feel a strong purpose in your life, somewhere in another timeline you was doing that shit. Like, you were. Like, I know in a previous timeline, I know who I was, because certain things just come to me so easily. I'm like, where'd that come from? In a previous life, I was doing that shit and I was doing it well, but some part of me didn't complete the mission. So I'm back. They say we gonna keep reincarnating till we get it right. So let's get it right this time, if you will. We damn sure finna try. For real, we sure finna try to elevate it and try, man. Cause next time, I wanna keep reincarnating like awesome. But yeah, just think about that, process that. That's why it's always good to tap into your natural gifts and abilities and your north nodes and different houses, because some of those things carry what you were and who you were in a past time. Just something to think about. Okay, so let's get into this reading. I have talked y'all ear off for about 40 minutes. So it's probably going to be a split up. Well, let's see what the ancestors and the spirit guides got for us today, right? Let's see what they got. I'm actively, while I shuffle, y'all know I like to talk while I shuffle, I'm actively doing work, obviously. And I cannot wait to tell you guys, like, the results. You know, a lot of stuff, like I said, I'm birthing a baby too, so I'm not going to talk about it, like, in super detail. But I need you guys to know, if you really work and, like, do what you say, and you know you're in touch with the proper guides, and you know you ain't spirit or type, let me tell you something. You gonna see some supernatural stuff happening around you. And that's me putting it lightly. Like, the odds will forever be in your favor. As long as you keep it P. Keep it player. Keep it player. Do what you say you're gonna do. Be righteous, you know. Process the lessons. You can make that shit happen. I feel like hoodoo. I was doing some episodes back, like when I was first getting into this, and I was really against the idea of being called a witch, because it's been such like a negative connotation to the name. But when you get to working and you get to doing, obviously different cultures and ways have different names for it. So I still do, I consider myself a voodoo worker and a conjure woman at the end of the day, spiritualist. But let me tell you, a lot of shit is just spiritual. A lot of shit you can, I was saying all that to say, like, utilizing hoodoo in a way, and also being developed spiritually, can propel you forward in certain aspects. Now, if it's not aligned, then it's not going to happen for you. But if it's aligned and you really just, like, supposed to do what you're supposed to do, like, it's meant for it to happen that way for you, and you might be incurring, like, negativity or karmic debt, or people trying to hold you back with spell work or gossip or whatever, you know. You might have just got yourself in a tight situation where you down bad luck-wise. The art of hoodoo, the art of voodoo, the art of witchcraft, the art of spirituality, balancing your energy with crystals, like those tools, your Mauska tools, they can only help. They can only help. And you'd be surprised. Like I said, this is the most I ever read my Bible. And I got baptized. I done been in the church all my life. Like, but this working in hoodoo is the most I have ever picked my Bible up. When I got ready to go through my dark night of the soul, my initiation portion, I had always had a Bible. But when I say from that point till now is the most I have ever picked my Bible. And a lot of people have you think, like, you know, I can't speak for those who dwell in other aspects, like I said, witchcraft, like total witchcraft, you know, Wiccan. I know voodoo is heavily Catholic based, so I'm sure they say Marie Laveau went to church every Sunday. Okay? Your girl Marie was the voodoo queen, and she went to church every Sunday. She was very much about charity work. She was very much about the community. She gave back. So don't be, what I'm saying that to say is, don't be fooled, man. Don't let them have you think it's another way when it's really not. I'm telling you, the closest me and God have ever been is when I got into hoodoo very deeply. But you know what I think? It's because I took out the middleman. Ain't that some shit? When you take out the middleman, you get closer. Interesting. Taking out the middleman. I took out the middleman. I took out the idea, like, I realized church was in me. God was in me. We had a direct relationship. I could go right to God and say, hey, I want this right here. What I need to do to clear this up. Or if I needed a guide, I would go to my quotes, air quotes, my saints. I would directly ask Archangel Michael to protect me and to move for me on my behalf. Ask Ogun to clear the way. Give me a little bit of a boost type shit. You just remove the middleman, honestly. And if you remove the middleman, you get deep. That's an episode that's an episode within itself. Is y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I hope so, man. Take the middleman out. And watch how quick your shit start to shift. But it's also a symptom of shadow work and clearing out karmic debt. That's the episode for another day. Let's get this reading in. I finally finished shuffling. Hold up, y'all. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this reading as I have been chit-chatting, obviously. Let's see what the ancestors and the spirit guides and spirit guide for us today. What knuckle? All right. Past energy. So we've got the Daughter of Coins in reverse. Ooh, we got Ancestor in reverse for the present energy. And then we got the Two of Baskets in the upright. We've got Six of Coins in reverse. We've got Two of Knives in the upright. Ooh, it's looking like tea. So it's looking like tea today, boy. I ain't gonna do this too quick. Let's see. There's some confusion here. The collective is in alignment, though, because we have the Two of Baskets. So this could very well be energies around the tribe. Overcoming some challenges. Let's see what this Daughter of Coins is all about. Tell me more. So, Spirit is saying now is not the time to be indecisive. You are going to need to be able to shift and shift quickly. It's time to change. Now is not the time to be confused. Make the move. Tell me about the Ancestor in reverse. So, we've got fire energy, earth, and we've got Scorpio. So, tell me about the Nine of Baskets. Okay, so these are things you don't need to bring back into the fold. Okay, yeah. So, presently, Spirit is, the ancestors are here. They're saying, you need to be more discerning. You've survived a disaster. There cannot be a rebirth of immature energy, poverty conscious feelings of lack and worry. Like, there's no rebirth of that. You've pushed away from this. If you haven't, you need to. We got heavy water energy here. So now it's like they just letting you know that those energies won't recycle in the entire timeline. You've exceeded, You are in alignment. You're balanced. Tell me about the Six of Coins. So you may have been worried about your finances, but those loads are about to be lifted for you right now. Any type of you being assisted. This 10 of 6, she's going to go ahead and move forward with all. She got one stick she walking with and the other 9 on her back. So she like, I got a plan. I'm moving through. And that's exactly what we doing. Two of Knives. Tell me about the Two of Baskets. So, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of being independent. Don't waste your energy on the Son of Sticks energy. These are people in thought processes that are stuck in the same old ways. Spirit is saying 9 of coins, 9 of knives. Yeah, you need to let go. It's time to move on, man. It's time to move on. This train gonna keep on rolling. Period. Yup. It's time to move on from that. Negative thinking. Not being able to make a decision. Wasting your energy. Being scared, not knowing which way you're gonna go. You found balance. So continue to move. Continue to push forward. Tell me about the Two of Knives. So you've overcome these challenges. We got the Gullah Jack in reverse, indicated to me that you're just no longer stuck. You're no longer stuck. So continue to fight. Yeah, we got the John Horse. Okay. Okay, y'all. And then we got the garden at the back. So you are in a feeling of confirmation, making significant changes in your circumstances. Yeah. Period. You pulling shit together. I could tell, baby. You feel me? I need a girl from the country. I need a girl from Kentucky. I need a girl from Bama. Oh, I got a hidden card. Oh, 10 of baskets. Oh, that was sweet. Spirit. So as I was shifting, the hoodoo tarot was stuck in the traditional tarot, and I pulled it out, and I pulled it out in the upright. 10 of baskets. Yeah, we headed to stability. We headed to happiness. Yeah. Period. You survived it. You done made it, baby. And I'm getting chills. You made it. You done. Next level me. Look at shit. Yeah. On me. I don't deserve it. She just a little too worth it. You better know what to say. If y'all have not followed me on Apple Music, you need to do it. I got some good, it's under the Pretty Hustler. I got some good playlists. Tap in. I think this my favorites. But yeah, we move forward, baby. We ain't going back. We going in the other direction. It's time to get brave. It's time to get assertive. It's time to call in your power. In my prime, some company. Stability is here. Happiness is here. Everything you felt like was holding you down, the ancestors are here to help. They're here to push you forward. The challenges are being overcome at this point. You're not stuck no more because you decided to fight. You decided you were the master manifester and the master of your reality. You were going to paint the perfect picture and you weren't going to stop till you did. And that's power. We get a good shuffling. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the guys have first. Then we're going to step into the oracle. Period. The only way you can get this wrong is to look backwards. Don't go back. We got the 3, 6, 7, 8, 8 of cups. What's behind you is hurt, despair, sorrow. Those things are going to delay you. Nope. Ain't no progress back there. You losing money behind you. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Nope. You giving away your stability. Don't be worried about what's behind you. You moving forward. Two ones. I love when they happen. Yeah. Move forward. Look what's ahead of you. The journey. You might be kind of sad because you got the 5 of cups. But the spirit is saying Focus on, it's 2 cups behind this man. Like, you worried about the 3 cups that done fell over in front of you. Nah. Focus on the 2 cups behind you and work with them. Yeah, King of Swords. Be strong. Work with what's in front of you. I mean, pay attention. All you got to do is see what gifts you're being given. Gratitude, thankfulness. Now is not the time to link up. Keep getting it. Told y'all it's a birth. Let me see something. Yeah, there's a victory here. Your adversaries are no longer celebrating. There's a victory for you, though. They won't be celebrating much longer. Queen of Cups in reverse telling me, don't be giving up, like, your cup to other people. Don't give something for nothing. All love, friendship, partnership, it needs to be reciprocal. You being emotionally, like, all over the place with this Queen of Cups in the reverse energy. You need to be focused on reciprocal energy. Nothing from nothing gets nothing. What I said. 9 of Wands, man. You be working, overworking, underpaid. No, that ain't what we doing this season. Ooh, it's time. We got the devil. Yeah. Be wary of negative attachments. Addictions to the past. Addicted to the feeling, Now we got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. These are not people you need to put love and healing and energy. It's going to cause you're going to be working for nothing. And you trying to work to build something. You're trying to see something grow. And you're almost to the place where you need to be. He still got 1 pentacle in the ground. So don't give away your healing. Give yourself time to heal. Don't be fighting for shit that means nothing. Wasting your energy here. You don't want to be wasting your energy. Your energy is better put into building your foundation, building your pinnacles, which you are almost there. So there's no need. Tell me more about this devil attachment here. We got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some significant endings. 10, the number of completion. So at this particular point, there needs to be an end put to this attachment. You need to be moving forward. Yeah. Be stingy with your foundation, what you built. You don't need to be trying to give none of it away. That 5 of Pentacles is in reverse. Spirit is giving you the gift of the 4 of Cups. So you might have been dwelling on, again, something, not having enough, Spirit still make it enough now, for real. And not even in like a fucked up way. More or less like you gonna get what you need. But you need to be saving. You need to be being smart. You don't need to be giving away things anymore. Like, now is not the time to be overcompensating, not knowing your value. Now is not the time for the, okay, Ace of Pentacles. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So you finna get the gift. Like, you got 3 cups, okay? Spirit finna give you 1 more cup, so you get the 4 cups. Then you finna get an opportunity from the Ace of Pentacles to get a brand new start, a brand new foundation. As long as you releasing these attachments and moving forward. So any bad offers, like, turn that shit down. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Period. Okay. Spirit said keep going. Don't you dare turn around. Don't you dare. 1333. Don't you dare turn around. By you refusing offers that no longer align with your purpose, your path, and who you are, that's going to allow you to get the gifts that Spirit got for you. Like, Spirit wants you to have faith in that energy, you know. Spirit say, have faith in me. Have faith in yourself. That's what Spirit's saying. Let me get this oracle situation together. Like, it's like they keep reminding you now, don't you dare look back. Get your feelings together. Get out your feelings and get in your bag. Get out your feelings and get in your path. You know, you've had a victory against these energies that went up against you. You won. You won. Like, period. You already won. I think that was the message carrying over from the other day. Like, you already won. Don't put yourself through unnecessary strife and resistance. Why? For why? Don't do that. Let's see about the oracle. Do the work. Work. Okay. Something is out of balance. Don't be consumed with what's not in balance. Yeah, you looking for peace. So seek peace in everything you do. Don't be focused on what's out of balance. Don't be consumed with that shit. Let it go. If it ain't balanced, it ain't what you working with. Family. That family card came out again. Focus on your family. Don't accept no bad deals, bruh. We got to communicate. Because I shuffled. We got to communicate. No deals. No. You don't need to be doing no deals. Spirit is saying, again, you don't even need to be talking to these people about what you got going on. You know, they'll see the results. That's how a lot of people learn that you great anyway. From the work they see you do. You can't just tell them, these days, oh, I'm great. Unfortunately, they don't look at you like your spirit team look at you and God look at you. They want to see the results. So let the results speak for themselves. You don't have to continue to tell them. And let them know the price is gone up. Shit, price just went up, baby. Understand? Okay? You be determined. So stay determined, man. The determination card and trust. Trust in spirit. Trust in your spirit, guys. Trust yourself. Okay? Yeah. Ain't no need to be talking, though. Ain't no talking. It's to be doing. Don't tell people about what you got going on. Because they just want to make a little fugazi. Get you caught up. And then guess what? Back at square one. And who gonna keep reincarnating? Oh my God. You can definitely be abundant and then still go through trials and tribulations. Like, you know, ultimately the idea is for you to have what you want, but you just making the way to get there so much harder, you know. And what if you end this cycle before you able to enjoy it in this lifetime? Like, who really doing that? Who is really doing it? Nobody. Nobody's doing that. I declare and decree that ain't what we doing. Yup. You know? Yeah, family is very significant right now. Yeah, the party's over for that. You celebrate, they ain't gonna be celebrating though. Nope. Let go and move on. They'll see the results. Stand on business. Nope. That's what I got from this reading, y'all. So if you want to know your level of self-worth today, that's where it stands. That's what the ancestors and the spirit guides, you know, are here to say to us via my oracle and my tarot. Sound good to me. Sound like a warning. Shit, sound like a warning to me. Sound like you blessed, you aligned, you balanced. Don't go playing in shit. Don't you motherfucking dare. Shit, can I get a redo? Nah. Some of them gonna have to just watch from the stands this season. For real though. Trust in yourself, trust in God. That's what you need to be trusting in. That's what Spirit want to know. How much you do trust me? The ancestors, the guys, they want to know. Do you trust the unseen? What's that quote? You know, take the first step even if you can't see the rest of the staircase. Trust, 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 trust. Trust yourself. Trust your own intuition. Trust your inner voice. You know, you don't need a whole bunch of outside chatter. Sometimes your intuition will do well enough. A lot of what we do in tarot and oracle reading, you know, and channel messaging is left up for interpretation. Yeah, there are some, I always say, the readings are about the possibility of the thing. Like, I can kind of tell you what's going on, but you got to consider we got past, present, future, timelines. Then you got free will. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the possibility of the thing. And it's kind of a guide, you know. But you are the person ultimately who determines, like, how this shit gonna go. You the one who decide at the end of the day. Period. So, y'all, if you need a private reading, definitely hit me up. I'll be more than happy to assist. For the moment, I am still booking via email while I get this website situation together. And so that's the kushconcierge@gmail.com. And if you would like to join my Patreon so that you can enjoy the benefits of the concierge and a little bit of tribe talk, join our Patreon, because I do have some good downloadable resources for you guys there as well. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much for holding the click down. You know what I'm saying? And I love you, and I pray that this helps someone. Have a great rest of your Friday, and we still chat soon tomorrow, obviously. Talk to you guys later.